Okay, so in the vein of too much news and not enough gossip, let's do a few celebrity readings here. One, this child name. I don't really know what this child name is. I guess I should have looked it up first, but it's Kai Cenat. Kai. First name, last name, Cenat. Whether it's his real name, I don't know. He is what they call an influencer, which means he's a social media person. He's on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. It's a streaming service, so you go on, you stream whatever you stream. So I could do tarot readings on Twitch. You can do video games is what most people use it for, but you can do what you want to. You can stream whatever you want, whatever audience you think you may have. So you can do that on Twitch. And it's a huge deal. So he was on Twitch, apparently, and told the people in his audience that he was going to be, I guess, Times Square. He was going to be in a certain location. And he was going to be giving away video games and video game consoles. PlayStation 5, which I think is the latest one, and video games. So they all went there. And they start tearing up stuff. And then he was arrested for inciting a riot. And there's footage of this. So, what's going to happen with him? Because this could have rippling effects to where he could be possibly banned from Twitch. I don't know if they're going that far or what, but and then influencers, you have nothing if you don't have a platform. So let's see what's happening with him. 4 cups and the star. So challenged by the star, something is not getting better. And let's see. 10 of Wands. This is actually, yeah, I mean, I said that as a joke, but this may be, yep, this is getting worse. Okay, so here are the 4 of Cups. So there is some realities he must accept. Here's the problem with young people, or people whose brain is not fully mature or developed, is it only takes one mistake to have an extreme effect on the rest of your life. It always puts me in mind of the story. It was Mark Wahlberg, the actor. When he was young, he assaulted an Asian man, blinded him in one eye, also assaulted other Asian people and harassed them. And then years later, he has sort of cleaned up his act, if you will, and he wants to be a police officer or a volunteer of something of that nature. He was denied because of his previous record. Now, this is a gajillion years ago, but it doesn't matter. All it takes is one thing to mess up the whole rest of your life sometimes. And so there are some new realities that he must accept. And your name now lives forever in the age of social media. And then here for the future, you sort of screwed that up. So if I were you, I'd go learn a trade or something, because this is not going to get any better. Thoughts of making amends. So I think he has some regrets, or at the very least, his current predicament is leaving him or leading him to the realization of, oh, I shouldn't have done that. He knows this is about to be burdensome. Here in the past, there's something to do with authority, or possibly a father figure too, that he may have been on the outs with, or some sort of odd separation with, if he has one at all. But coming up soon, Three of Swords. There's a lot of separation, a lot of heartbreak type of thing. So this may be it for Twitch, at least for now, or whatever it is that you are influencing that may be going down. The people will possibly still be there, but the platform won't. Here in the environment is the Queen of Wands. You're going to be at the mercy of some judge here. Hopes and fears is for victory. That's what you want. And then Queen of Swords is how it ends. There will be law and order attached to this. I think it's going to get worse because there are also police officers who were assaulted during the riot. And so there are also police officers who were filmed assaulting the people who were there to riot. And so this whole thing has a whole bunch of crap and mess going on in it. And I think you're going to have to accept the reality that you're going to have to pay the price going forward too. So there's that. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Lizzo is I almost said magician, is a musician who has gained a lot of fame in a short amount of time, which that always, I mean, that's the nature of the beast we live in right now, is people get famous really fast. But it always concerns me a little bit because high to rise, quick to fall is how I feel. When you are famous practically overnight, you don't have always, this is not always, you don't always have the most firm foundation in the world than a person who started grassroots and then began to build a foundation of fame. Reason Beyonce has the staying powers because she was not famous her whole life. She started at 16 and didn't get the most popular into her mid-20s. And so it's one of them things to where when you have a Jackson 5 type of deal to where you've been working at this for a while and then you become famous. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Lizzo is being sued by several of her ex-employees, saying that the work environment was hostile and that there was sexual harassment going on as well. So, Lizzo says she's blindsided by this entire thing, and it is not true. She's also very hurt because she didn't realize that this is happening. The people there, however, are saying that there are many incidents where Lizzo, they went to a strip club, I believe, or had a stripper where they were. And one of the people's story, they were recounting, saying that I was very uncomfortable and she basically peer pressured her and told her to touch the performer because everybody else was. And so they acquiesced, and they did, but they didn't want to. And so it was stuff like that to where you were deemed the party pooper if you didn't keep up with the party people. And so they said this was a hostile, not just that one, but it's a hostile work environment, and we felt very unsafe. And one of the people said that they were made to feel bad about their weight gain, which, I mean, okay. Here's the thing. When you are an entertainer and you have enhancement talent or background vocals and background dancers, you have the prerogative as the main attraction to tell the enhancement talent how to look. If you're going to be behind me, then you must look a certain way. That's just the nature of the beast. Lizzo is easily, for those who do not know, easily the upper 200s of pounds, if not 3. She's 200 and something pounds, gotta be. Like the upper 2. But that's her gimmick, that's her attraction. She is known to be the heavy-set person, not the enhancement talent, not the background people. So it is not necessarily unheard of for a person who is the main attraction to tell you got to lose weight. But at the same time, when you work for someone who is overweight, you think, you're in a safe space, but no. So what is going on with this work environment? Do these stories ring true? Or is this some vindictiveness against Lizzo for whatever other reason? Let's see. Let's see. So, first one is the Five of Wands. It's conflict and fighting already. Well, there you go. Six of Wands in the Chariot. Yeah, this is yeah, no. Person at the center of attention, so there's your celebrity with the Six of Wands right there. The Chariot is your teamwork, so these are your enhancement talents, the people who help pull the chariot. And then the Five of Wands, we start out with team fighting already. But this is not just them, this is people, period. So it could be Lizzo, and then the background people, and then the lighting people, and then the sound people, and the cater people, and the this people, and that. So it's like everybody has got a little bit of within them. Another person has come out and said that they didn't want to work with her because she's the rudest and most arrogant person they've ever met. And so there's a bunch of this. This is not just within her camp. This is outside of it too. The Five of Wands is infighting, yes, but it's also outfighting. It's just conflict, period. All of these people look different because they come from different walks of life. So to put that in the context of this, it's different job titles too. So it's not just her and the background singer, it's her and the background singer and the background dancer and the accountant and the bookkeeper and the house to Jack built. So all of this stuff is culminating to one big pot of crap. Then there's the justice. So now you have the lawsuit. The Two of Swords, some decisions. There is some blindsiding. So I can't say that there is a long list of HR memos that are saying that, she's really horrible or she's bad to us or something like that. This could be a blindside because I don't think it was brought to her attention, the effects of her behavior completely. And there's the Sun. There's going to be a lot of exposure through this. So we'll see if her quick rise results in a fall fast, or fast fall, I should say, or what. The Emperor. Okay. There may be someone here who was keeping this quiet. Somebody who was in charge and was basically saying, you know what, just hush this up. We're doing good. Everybody's making money, and let's ride the Lizzo train as far as we can, type of deal. In the hopes, there's the King of Cups, someone who can be the mediator, possibly a settlement. And the fears is the Fool, that this will go on for quite some time. In the environment, the Eight of Pentacles, the work is still going on, but this has taken a toll. This person, there is a man here that will emerge in this story somewhere as an enabler. The word of warning, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, the sexual harassment thing may play more into this too. Your word of solace, it's over. There is no solace. And the outcome, the Eight of Swords. So was this work environment hostile and chaotic? Yes, very much so. Apps 100%. Absolutely it was. What this does to her reputation, we shall see. Well, let's look and see while we're here. What does this do to the reputation of Lizzo, who has a lot of fans? Talented person. I like her, one of her songs at least. Only heard one, but keep that in mind. Not heard two. I just didn't like the other one. But she's got a lot of blowback and harassment because of her weight, and a lot of people came to her defense. And so people really like her because, you know, they've been on her side her entire career. So let's see what this does to her reputation. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles. Oh, she's got a good team. She's got a good team. I think she'll be just fine. Nine of Cups, wishes and desires are granted. Oh, she'll be fine. Oh, she'll be fine. Yeah. There's a lot of people around her. Queen of Wands, probably Aries woman. I don't know if she is or not, but she's got some people here. They're going to make sure that she is A-okay. So, yeah, there's a whole team of them there, and she'll still sit pretty. So there's that. Okay. SAG-AFTRA. AFTRA. And Jamie Lee Curtis has come out, and she said that, you know, both sides are wrong and they need to come together, and she's neutral in this, which I don't know how that's going to play out for her career going forward. You know, it's that kind of cross the picket line mentality to where if you're not with us, you're against us. So, will she receive some negative blowback? For her neutral stance. If you're not with us, you're against us. Let's see. Judgment. Justice. No, it should be fine. The Nine of Pentacles, there's some security, but there is the Tower. Some will not like this, but it should be fine. She's Jamie Lee Curtis. If she was a new kid on the block, then maybe, but she'll be fine. The Judgment and the Justice, this will all balance out in the end for her. Not SAG-AFTRA necessarily, but for her, yes. But she still has some security. She'll blow it with some relationships. It'll be complete upheavals because they expect her to sort of fall in line. But you got to be your own person. So just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I don't like you. So you have to keep that in mind too. So let's look at the strike, the energy around it. Let's do these. Let's do these. Still do a Celtic cross though. See what we got. So let's see. We start with the Rock, challenged by the Demon. So we have something with multiple purposes and something that is trying to yank it out and use it for its own purpose. So this is a relationship that is one-sided. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. The Rainbow. So here in the subconscious and the thing that we think about in the back of the mind, so something that's going on behind the scenes, there's multiple things trying to create one thing, because that's what a rainbow is. It's white light broken into different streams through the prism. So we have multiple things coming together, trying to create one thing, or trying to bring a different kind of light to the situation of fairness, if you will. We all have our own different streams. This is not, as who was that? Fran said, this is not about the Tom Cruise's He'll Be Fine. This is about the caterers. This is about blah, blah, blah. The lighting guys. The gold mine here in the past, everybody shared in the riches, mind you. But the thing is now is people get left behind, or people did not really get their part of the riches in the first place. There's so much money that is made from these movies, and here is the problem that I have seen online. Is the people who are doing the talking for those with the smaller voices are the actors. The actors should be standing up for those who support them, who film them, who do their hair and makeup and so forth and so forth. At the same time, you get people who have no sympathy at all watching this and saying, well, why is Fran crying? She's an actress. She's getting paid millions of dollars to pretend to be somebody else and blah, blah, blah. So it's one of them things to where here in the past, it seemed as though all of the ships were being lifted by the same tide, when it's never really been that way, technically. Here in the thoughts is the love goddess herself. The love goddess is the one who is supposed to share and tell people how to get to the places that they need to be in order to have the things they need to have. This is the person you go to figure out how to be okay. So, okay, what's next? The tornado. This is going to kick up a lot of dust. It's going to actually get a little worse, because something else is about to break down. Well, and the attitude is fuel. So, okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. 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 This is going to stretch and include other people. This is going to break down. There's going to be the halting of productions. This is going to splinter into a whole bunch of different areas. It doesn't have to, but it is. In the environment, well, I shouldn't say it is. This is not predictive. It could. Because the attitude card is how you feel. This is what you think about. So thoughts and feelings. And so here with the thoughts is like, we need to come to the table. We know where to get the milk and honey from. It's just they need to give it, first of all. So this is your thoughts. Your feelings is burn the whole damn thing down. If I can't have what I have, then you can't have what you need either. So burn the whole thing down. And so the feelings right now is to just let it fizzle and burn. Yes, I want to get back to work in my writing position, or I want to get back to work in my lighting position, or whatever position I had that's non-actor. But if you're not going to play ball, then add fuel to the fire. But in the environment, something is being aided in a way that it didn't expect. And so it's reaching new heights in a way it did not expect. So something is helping this. The hopes and fears, yeah, we're still on strike. But it's multiple. Again, if you look in your subconscious and your hopes and fears, the thing you think about in the back of the mind, or the thing that's going on behind the scenes, is probably the thing you really want or fear anyway. And so here you're trying to get to one conclusion, and then here more people are going to join that effort. And then we have the gun. So we have something with also, again, like we started with multiple purposes. It's just the intent behind it. And so here with the tornado is not necessarily destructive if it's in the middle of a field. The gun is not destructive until it has intention behind it. And so here we have the potentials for things to go very bad, because if we go back to our thoughts and feelings, somebody wants to just burn the whole thing down. And so right now we are dealing with emotion and emotional states, and we're teeter-tottering on reactions. So what we need right now is to not be provoked. We need to be sort of cool and collected. But it's hard to do that when you keep shouting at a person to be fair and they're not going to be, because they hold all the money and you don't. So that's what it looks like right now. We are dealing with feelings, and feelings is never a thing you bring to the negotiating table, because then people say you're over emotional. But there's that. So good luck to them. We'll see. So one more. Leah Remini is suing the church, or should I say the group of Scientology. How will that go for her? Let's see. The Seven of Swords, the Thief in the Night, and the Six of Pentacles, a payout. Oh. Okay. Four of Cups, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Moon, the World, the Justice, Page of Wands, Four of Pentacles. So we start with the payout, and then there's something else here about restriction. Maybe they don't want the details to get out or something like that, where she can't talk about it, or they want some hush your mouth from her, and they're willing to pay for it to do it, because here you have your communications and your talkings and things like that, and then here you got your hush your mouth. So they want her more than anything to just stop talking. So there may be a document here that someone is not forced to sign, but the Four of Cups gives you little option. And then the Page of Pentacles is a financial document of some kind. So we can settle, but I need some hush your mouth going on your side. So I think she'll win this one. But there's an offer, and that offer has an ulterior motive behind it. So a little bit of hush your mouth goes a long way. I'm about to go do that myself. So we shall see.